Did you know what that thing sitting inside a glass jar in a museum is? Albert Einstein's brain. Yeah, not mine or yours, buddy. I guess we need to achieve some pretty major things to make the cut for that. But here's the thing nobody told you. This brain wasn't donated to be displayed. It was stolen. Come on, let me tell you a story that nobody believes when they hear it, but it is actually true. For 40 years, the brightest mind in human history traveled across America inside a cider box. It was just sitting there, under a beer cooler. All this happened because one man broke every rule. To answer the question we all wonder, is genius innate? Or is it something hidden somewhere in the brain waiting to be discovered? April 18th, 1955. Princeton Hospital. Einstein dies at 1:15 in the morning. His last wish was simple. Cremate me. No grave. No monument. Leave nothing behind. He didn't want to become a relic. But I think at least a grave should have remained from such a man. At least instead of the displayed brain. But that night, the pathologist on duty, Dr. Thomas Harvey, had a different idea. Without asking anyone, without permission from the family, he performed an autopsy. He removed Einstein's brain. And then he did something crazy. He cut it into 240 pieces. He sliced up the brain of the greatest physicist who ever lived and put the pieces in jars. When people started asking questions and bringing this up, Dr. Harvey disappeared. He kept those jars hidden for decades. He moved from town to town. At one point, literally, they were standing in a cider box under a beer cooler in his basement. You're going to be the world's greatest physicist, and your brain is going to wander around like this. This doctor is a madman, buddy. So what was Harvey looking for? What would this 40-year obsession reveal? What they found was this. Einstein's brain was actually below average in weight, but the parietal lobe, the part responsible for mathematical and spatial thinking, was 15% wider than normal. And here is the crazy part. A fissure was missing, a groove that normally divides the brain. Without this groove, Einstein's neurons could talk to each other faster and more directly. His brain wasn't just different, it was wired like a machine we hadn't seen before. Dr. Harvey stole the hardware, trying to find the software. He wanted to decode genius. This doctor is literally crazy enough to try uploading to Neo like in the Matrix. In the end, the doctor wanted to achieve something, but maybe finding genius isn't something we can cut and measure. Maybe biology is something that emerges when curiosity and obsession collide in ways we will never fully understand. This is Cogniforge. Subscribe for this info, not taught in school, and more stories. Or else I might perform an operation on your brain too.